YouTube, welcome back to my channel. I'm Dr. Natasha Ramantal, also known as the Medical Tourism RN. I'm not a physician. I am a doctoral trained registered nurse who's worked in the emergency department and post anesthesia care unit for a number of years. So on my channel, I cover all aspects of medical tourism for Black women if they decide to seek healthcare or treatment abroad for things like cosmetic surgery, cancer or fertility treatment, anything you can think of. What I do is I essentially make sure I educate Black women so that you are informed and make the most informed decisions about your own healthcare, and you have the best outcomes and experience if you decide to seek any treatment abroad. So if this is of interest to you, make sure you subscribe to my channel and hit the like button as well as the notification bell so you're notified when I upload a new video. So I received a request from a reviewer to discuss reconstructive surgery and which countries would be best to pursue for reconstructive surgery. Okay, so I'll talk about reconstructive surgery, what it is, and then I'll get into the 10 best countries for reconstructive surgery. So reconstructive surgery is actually a branch of plastic surgery that focuses on restoring the form as well as the function of a body structure that has been damaged or deformed or lost due to any injury, disease, or even birth defect or some type of medical treatment. But the primary goal of reconstructive surgery is to improve a patient's quality of life by repairing or rebuilding that affected area, enhancing both its appearance as well as its functionality. Okay, so some things I want you to consider if you're going to have reconstructive surgery. There's 6 key features to reconstructive surgery. Number one, medical necessity. So unlike cosmetic surgery, which is typically elective, you opt to have that type of surgery to perform any enhancements or anything like that. Reconstructive surgery is usually considered medically necessary. It addresses functional impairments or health issues that are caused by the things I mentioned before. It could be a birth defect, it could be trauma, infection, tumors, or other medical conditions that may have caused you to have a need for reconstructive surgery. Okay. Number two, reconstructive surgery, they are diverse procedures. Okay. It covers a broad range of procedures depending on the specific area of the body that's affected. Some common examples are things like breast reconstruction after maybe someone has had a mastectomy, if they've had cancer treatment. Um, Also, cleft lip and palate repair, anything like scar revision or skin grafts for burn victims, or hand surgery to restore their function after an injury. So that's what I mean by diverse procedures. Okay. Number three, multidisciplinary approach. So reconstructive surgery often involves a multidisciplinary team of specialists. So it includes a plastic surgeon, general surgeon, orthopedic teams, oncologists, and other medical professionals, depending on what it is. So there's a lot of collaboration between different disciplines, and it's crucial in order to achieve the best outcomes for you as a patient. Okay, so keep that in mind when undergoing reconstructive surgery. If you have not had consultations with different physicians that should make up your entire care team, be very leery of moving forward. Okay, also, it's okay to ask questions like, how come an oncologist hasn't come to review my case? Only the plastic surgeon. These are totally acceptable, and you want to make certain that you have the best outcomes. Okay. Number four, patient specific treatment. So each patient's case is unique, much like a fingerprint, right? And reconstructive surgery is tailored to that individual's needs. So the surgeon carefully assesses that patient's condition, considers their overall health, discusses their goals and expectations before formulating a personalized treatment plan for them. So it's not one size fits all. Keep that in mind. Number five, rebuilding structure and function. So reconstructive procedures aim to restore, as I said, appearance as well as functionality of that affected body part. For example, that reconstructive surgery on a damaged hand may involve repairing tendons, nerves, blood vessels to restore movement and sensation. So a lot of that happens with reconstructive surgery where it may not necessarily be a part of a regular cosmetic surgery. Okay. And then the last thing to consider with reconstructive surgery is there is an emotional and psychological impact. Okay, reconstructive surgery can have profound impact on your emotional well-being as well as your self-confidence, right? But by restoring your physical features and the function, usually patients often experience improved self-confidence, self-esteem, and a better quality of life. Okay. The last thing to know, I just want to make sure that you guys are aware that reconstructive surgery is a highly specialized area that requires extensive training and experience. So, if you or someone you know is considering reconstructive surgery, it's essential to consult with a qualified and experienced reconstructive surgeon to determine the most appropriate treatment plan. For the specific situation. Okay. So cosmetic surgeons, plastic surgeons, they can also do reconstructive surgery. They tend to take on a number of other um, training and certifications that are specialized to reconstructive surgery. Okay, so make sure you ask those questions as well when you're seeking out a surgeon for reconstructive surgery. Also, if you have not watched one of my previous videos on things Black women need to consider with medical tourism, I put the link in the description for you. I highly suggest you watch it. It has a number of tips and considerations if you undergo any surgery or treatment, but certainly it applies here for reconstructive surgery. I also put a link in the description for an interview that I did with Roshida Dow on medical tourism, the questions to ask to get the optimal outcome, all of those pieces. And that link is also in the description for you guys. I think it would be helpful as you go on your journey in order to prepare, making sure that you have enough information that you arm yourself with to ask the appropriate questions. All right, without further ado, top 10 countries for reconstructive surgery. I just want to mention this is based on a number of different types of reconstructive surgery. So other countries may be at the top of the list depending on that type of reconstructive surgery. This is more a base generalization based on the number of types of reconstructive surgeries that are done in these countries, which has led them to make the top 10. And it's in no particular order. Okay, I'm going to share them as well as some information on whether or not these countries are have accredited institutions, meaning accredited by the Joint Commission International, which is an independent not-for-profit organization based in the U.S. That identifies and measures and also shares best practices in quality and patient safety around the world. The Joint Commission, so JCI, you'll hear me say JCI, okay? They also provide leadership and innovative solutions to help healthcare organizations across all healthcare settings. So it's hospitals, clinics, laboratories, everything that you could think of. The JCI accredits a number of organizations, and it's on patient quality and safety of care. Okay, so number one, again, no particular order. India. India actually specializes in cardiac and orthopedic surgeries, but they also specialized in face reconstructive surgery or facelifts. It's one of the best countries for plastic surgery. It's home to about 5,000 active cosmetic surgeons. The plastic surgeons in India are not only experts in their industry, but they also have certifications granted by prestigious authorities within their country. So the Indian plastic surgeons are certified by the Medical Council in India, and they also undergo like a rigorous training and process before becoming qualified. So quality is of the utmost importance when undergoing any surgery, but India is renowned globally for its impeccable standards. They actually have 45 JCI accredited healthcare facilities in India. So the India's first-rate hospitals offer services to certify high quality plastic surgeries and reconstructive surgeries at affordable prices. So, depending on where you're traveling from, you may pay a large amount for travel. However, the cost of the travel and the surgery itself is still considerably less than the cost of the surgery alone in the US. So, when planning for a surgical procedure in India, ensure that your plastic surgeon is board certified, because one wrong decision can actually lead to disastrous results. Okay, and you also want to inquire about any training in the area of reconstructive surgery, and that's no matter where you go. All right, number two, Malaysia. So Malaysia has 18 JCI accredited healthcare facilities, and their health system is graded 49th in the world by the World Health Organization. Also, Malaysia had a score of 95 out of 100 when they were ranked in the best healthcare in the world category in 2019. Now, keep in mind that was pre-COVID, so just make sure you do your research if you decide to go there. But they have world-class healthcare services. They have a sophisticated infrastructure, and they're ranked by the International Living Annual Global Retirement Index. So medical tourism in Malaysia is very popular. Every year, hundreds of thousands of patients travel to Malaysia to get treated. So doctors are actually highly trained, and their record can actually be viewed in advance, which is amazing for you. The quality level of care is very high, and Malaysia is continually making investments to improve their standards of care. So they have support of the government in making sure that they keep their standards high. Number three, Spain. So Spain is the most visited country in Europe, and Spain is renowned for their medical tourism. They attract a growing number of medical travelers all year round. You can get high quality and sophisticated medical facilities for a reasonable cost. Also, Spain offers foreign patients excellent healthcare services. Spain attracts that growing number of international tourists from predominantly the Middle East, North Africa, and the British Isles, many of who visit the country for advanced orthopedic, cosmetic, and dental procedures. So they specialize in those areas for cosmetic reasons as well as for reconstructive. And Spain boasts, they have several hospitals that are accredited by international bodies, and they have over 33 JCI accredited healthcare facilities. Okay. Number four, Mexico. Mexico is known namely for their dental reconstruction. Also, in the same region, Panama and Costa Rica are known for their dental reconstruction as well. But Mexico has 8 JCI accredited healthcare facilities, and they've become one of the leading countries in safe, affordable plastic surgery with accredited, sought after surgeons. Okay. Mexico is now one of the most popular destinations when it comes to having any type of cosmetic or reconstructive surgery. They may be better known for the dental reconstructive, but there are other areas as well. And these procedures are often much more affordable than in the US or the UK. Plus, patients will also find that they can stay closer to home if you're based in the US, Latin America, or the Caribbean. Mexico is close in proximity. Plastic surgery in Mexico also often it's less expensive than surgeries that are performed in the US and other countries, as I said before. But in Mexico, patients can actually purchase a medical vacation and spend up to $5,000, which is inclusive of your recovery stay of 4 to 5 days in a resort-like setting. So you get a lot of bang for your buck there. Number five, Thailand. This should be no surprise, but Thailand offers first class hospital treatment. In recent years, Thailand was in the top 20 countries for medical tourism in the world, and they became the most popular destination for plastic surgery in Southeast Asia. But they're also renowned as the number one destination for medical tourists because it offers high quality care and affordable treatment with excellent facilities and cosmopolitan and easy to reach locations. So Thailand has 18 JCI accredited hospitals, and many top rated hospitals in Thailand actually offer advanced medical equipment and technology, including operation rooms, your recovery rooms, and extremely high service for patient satisfaction, right? They deliver patient centered care. Thailand is known as the land of smile, and they do anything that they can to give you their warm, welcoming hospitality. So not only are you getting a world-class experience, but you're also receiving more value for your money. Okay, and not a bad view either. All right, number six, Singapore. So Singapore is known predominantly for facial plastic surgery, also breast augmentation and body contouring, as well as other things, but those are the main things. But Singapore has patient-centric cosmetic surgery practices, which they provide tailored treatment in aesthetic and reconstructive procedures, providing some quality patient care at the highest level of safety and the standards. So they actually have country regulatory standards and international standards that their surgeons must adhere to. So their Ministry of Health has an accreditation as well as a board certification that all surgeons in Singapore must adhere to. And Singapore's health tourism improved since the COVID-19 pandemic, when the healthcare system actually handled it really great, in addition to meeting medical tourism needs competently. So because of that, the Singapore government, the medical tourism industry is expected to reach over 28 million US dollars in 2024. It's projected because they're doing so well. Also, in 2020 to 2021, Singapore actually ranked second to next to Canada in that year on the Medical Tourism Index for global destinations. So, the Medical Tourism Index actually evaluates countries across three metrics. It includes destination attractiveness, which Singapore is beautiful, safety, and quality of care. Okay, Singapore has 13 JCI accredited hospitals. Most of the hospitals and specialist centers in Singapore take foreign patients for treatment, and most of the country's large hospitals not only have international accreditation by the JCI, they have other international quality and safety accreditations that they adhere to, like the ISO, which is the International Organization of Standardization, and also the Occupational Health and Safety Advisory, and high standards of healthcare overall. So, Singapore is also home to several private hospitals that offer world class medical care. So, if you're covered by health insurance and it's something that'll cover you globally, you'll be in good hands. Okay. Number seven, South Korea. So South Korea is actually a famous international destination for cosmetic surgery. They're typically known for their eyelid surgery, nose jobs, also called rhinoplasty, jawline reshaping, and also breast implants, facial reconstructions, and laser surgeries, and also hair implants and dermabrasion for the skin. But South Korea has qualified and skilled surgeons. They have 7 JCI accredited healthcare facilities and have consistently been ranked as one of the countries with the highest rate of plastic surgeries per capita. So, South Korea is home to some of the best plastic surgeons who actually stay on the cutting edge of technology with the goal of making sure there's a perfect balance between the patient and the surgeon's expectations, right? Their healthcare facilities in South Korea have adopted new robotic technologies to also assist all sorts of cosmetic procedures. For example, there's something they have that they use pretty frequently or regularly, the 3D modeling systems. That helps the patients and the surgeons understand what kind of results may be possible through gene therapy or stem cell treatment options. And the robotic technologies actually help surgeons to ensure that there's sterility and it reduces the chances of infection essentially. But it also helps them achieve more accurate results that are precise enough to meet your expectations, which I think is great. So keep that in mind, South Korea. Number 8, Turkey. So Turkey is one of the best countries for plastic surgery for quality and safety as well as cost, right? The cost of plastic surgery in Turkey is much cheaper than in other countries, and Turkish hospital fees are 90% cheaper than what patients need to pay for similar services in Western Europe or even in the US. Something Turkey has done in this tough economic time is medical treatment in Turkey has been made more affordable for foreign residents rather than tourists. Okay, so Turkey has frequent inspections as well, which is something that we love. In Turkey, cosmetic surgery is actually performed by both certified and trained surgeons. This is why these procedures are overseen by the country's medical association, so they're held to a high standard. In Turkey, plastic surgery clinics and hospitals are frequently inspected by the medical associations, including the International Medical Association and the Turkish Society of Aesthetic Plastic Surgery, TSAPS. Okay, so inspections are actually carried out to ensure that the surgeons have passed an exam, assuring that they have the necessary experience before performing a particular procedure. So patients can also verify the surgeon's credentials on the TSAPS website, which I think is a plus. And Turkey has a high number of accredited institutions in the world, which are located in the top 3 rankings. So health tourists can get both quality and affordable prices for health services in Turkey. Regarding their quality, it's never compromised. Turkey has 35 JCI accredited healthcare facilities, so that's a really great option. Number 9, Brazil. Rio de Janeiro, in particular, is known as the plastic surgery capital of the world, and it's known for its innovative leading edge plastic surgery procedures, as well as having a number of accredited hospitals. So, Brazil has over 70 JCI accredited healthcare facilities. So, the quality of care is upheld. That's something that I think everyone can rest assured about. But they're also known for a number of reconstructive surgeries pertaining to breasts, abdomen, and of course your butt, which is why they're known for coining the term Brazilian butt lift. But this highly demanding and competitive market has always pushed Brazil plastic surgeons to finer results and actually more concealed scars. So in Brazil, patients are thought of as having the right to beauty. So this is something like certain cosmetic procedures are actually fully covered. Okay. In public hospitals, though, plastic surgeries are free or low cost, and the government subsidizes nearly 500,000 surgeries every year in Brazil. So, cosmetic surgeries are carried out for free or much cheaper in the public hospitals than in private ones, but be cautious because you get what you pay for, right? So make sure you do your homework and ensure you go with a JCI accredited location, or you can go the private route as well, but make sure you're doing your research on the surgeon, the private practice, and anything surrounding that. Okay. And then last, number 10, Colombia. And when I think about Colombia and in terms of surgeries, Cartagena, Bogota, Medellin, and Cali, the more larger cities, okay? But Colombia offers access to world-class healthcare with an outstanding quality of service and top-of-the-line doctors who are skilled. The World Health Organization ranks Colombia number 22 out of 191 countries. And they rate the country's healthcare system as being the best in Latin America. So this recognition is due to the important contributions Colombia has made to health at the global level and its tradition of innovation, which I think is great. But Colombia has professionals with experience in performing highly complex surgical procedures and their personal treatment. They're warm, they're kind, and it makes a significant difference to a patient when you're choosing a destination to receive any type of medical treatment, bedside manner. But the Colombian government has actually created a tourism biosecurity certification with the support of both the World Tourism Organization and the World Travel and Tourism Council. Colombia is officially the first country in Latin America with this type of certification. Now, the Colombia's health sector has great strengths that position it as a benchmark, not only in Latin America, but really in the Western Hemisphere, honestly. It has 24 of the best hospitals in Latin America, and 5 of the hospitals are accredited by the JCI. So they specialize in all cosmetic procedures and specialize in reconstructive surgery, specifically in oncology, cardiology, and orthopedics. So if you need any type of reconstructive surgery in those areas, Colombia might be a good choice. All right, so that rounds out my list. You owe it to yourself to take your time to research your options that are best for you and your situation. This means do your due diligence when you're researching physicians, their credentials, their training, as well as the facilities. Okay, remember for reconstructive surgery, it takes a multidisciplinary team of physicians. So you should not only be seen by the surgeon that'll perform your surgery. Ask questions if you are and if you're unsure, right? And also be completely honest about your own health history, and make sure you go through the full pre-op exam, complete with labs, and you make sure that you follow up with the post-op recommendations during your recovery. Try your best to have your full recovery with the physician that completed your surgery. Don't do it one place and travel to another as if you can help it, please. It's best to have them follow your case from beginning to end for the best results. All right. I hope this was helpful. And until next time, be well. If you guys have any other requests of topic areas you want me to cover, leave it down in the comments below. And don't forget to like this, subscribe, and share this video with everyone you know. Thank you.